And then when it comes to trading, or when it comes to some of those like throw interactions into aerials, you know, I'm really trying to utilize, you know, the fact that I have these strong options and that, you know, ZSS is such a light character. So we're going to see how it's going to play here, man. You know, small battlefield. Let's kick it off. And as we see right now, it's CodeX who's able to draw a little bit of blood first, just kind of setting the tone for, you know, you jumping around on me.
I mean, this matchup right here is it's built with two characters. One of them meant on saving the world, the other one possibly ending the world, depending on the timeline. And right now we're looking for CodeX possibly getting a good timeline here, trying to find a early down air for catching Exodia dipping off stage. But Exodia already getting a jump, going deep, trying to look for a down smash, not going to get it. But CodeX has got to be careful about their landing. That once again forced to retreat the ledge, Rod.
Oh my goodness. Now, see, you brought up a really good point in those last couple games. So good at putting on percent, but Exodia has to find, you know, those kill options. You cannot afford to miss with ZSS because she's a setup-based character. Depending on the flow of the match, she might not get a second opportunity to set something up. That time, being more frame perfect on those down specials. Another one gets a grounded animation, doesn't quite get anything off of it, but maybe a little telling of what's to come here in the future.
Yeah, oh my goodness. CodeX almost had the right call there, throwing up the 11th sword to try and catch the jump, maybe get it confirmed. But these arc fires at ledge, you try to force the flip kick from ledge. That's what you saw CodeX trying to cover there at roll distance, maybe cover the roll in as well. So CodeX, it looks like they're starting to warm up a bit here in the matchup. You gotta watch out for that shield though. It's getting a little bit low. You're gonna get a short hop pair shield poked out. That's if you make it back from this right here anyways. CodeX need to get on with the arc fire, but getting smacked away immediately. Actually, never mind, the arc fire saves him.
Yeah, Arcfire kind of gives him a second lease on life here, but we'll see for how long. Again, really staying up underneath these platforms right now. I do appreciate the positioning from CodeX. Again, you're not a very movement-happy character. You know, despite how talented of a player you are, you know, you're still certainly limited to what Robin can do. So I feel like this character is all about positioning. You know, I got you off stage. I could probably get out there and come get you, but my best bet is to stay up underneath this platform and really try to pinpoint where you're going to go and try to punish accordingly. I guess we're still going to call it the gentleman just for the sake of the culture right there, but I'm still leaning towards calling it the madame. But we'll see how it goes regardless. The up air is going to take away that platform and take away Exodia's first stock right there. CodeX coming alive.
Yeah, you talk about the movement, but one thing Robin definitely does have is that hitbox coverage. That's what you got to do throughout those aerials. Make sure you check the movement of ZSS. Very big damage coming. Oh, that was almost such big damage. Reading the air dodge down with the Arc Thunder. That could have led to a grab. That could have been big. But that's a different timeline. Exodia is going to close it out with the boost kick.
That's right. In this timeline right now, Exodia is still in the lead here, despite how great CodeX has been playing. CodeX, fortunately, not quite able to get these options up close that they're looking for. What are you doing playing around on that platform? Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what are you doing? Wow.
Accidentally using the arc fire deep off stage, trying to use the up B to maybe hug the wall, so you try to angle it in to make sure you don't get caught by ZSS possibly trying to jump off stage, maybe go for a down air trade because it's a very linear recovery, even though I don't think there isn't a reason to do that there. But you try to go for the back here, trying to do anything. Either way, CodeX accidentally gives up a game there, but even so, Exodia was still controlling the pace of that game, played it very well, so even with the SD, that still ended up working out in favor. Let's see if CodeX could clean that up going into the next game here, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like to come, you know, this far into a tournament of this stature, you know, they certainly know how to dig deep. And I mean, you aren't around since 2008 at this level, you know, without the ability to just adapt on the fly. Now, obviously, when you play a character like Robin at this level, there's just going to be a lot of matches where you're just like, why am I playing this character? Like, I mean, a lot of matches are going to make you question it. And I think CodeX has certainly moved past that type of thinking just in their Smash career. The fact of the matter, though, remains the same. You know, you really have to try to pinpoint where Exodia is going to go, because Exodia is looking like all 5 pieces and then some right here in this game. And, you know, just again, the matchup spread certainly says one thing. I would imagine the player matchup is going to say something slightly different, but I would like to see there's a bit of an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Again, not the best footwork in the world, but you know, as much as ZSS is trapping you, you can kind of trap her as well too. She gets a lot off of just jumping around. Maybe stick that sword out and see how she works around it.
I mean, Exodia needs to activate his own trap cards at this point. You need to control that ledge. You need to control the space in which Exodia wants to actually exist. And Exodia has been doing a really good job of not really caring too much about that. Frame 1 jab, you got to respect that every time out of shield. The short hop fair is going to push CodeX deep off stage once again. And this is exactly what we've seen all set here, almost getting the flip kick right there, Rod. But CodeX is just doing an excellent job of controlling the space. However, the big hit favors do go in terms of CodeX being able to get a much larger hit, especially off the whip punish we said before. That's why we're seeing very few grabs come in from Exodia.
Yeah, I mean, no real need for it. I mean, you really can't run the risk of whiffing anything versus, versus Robin. And I mean, I don't care how far away Robin is, because you still run the risk of getting, hit with Elf or Arc Fire, excuse me, Thoron, whatever the case is. I mean, and that's kind of the double-edged sword, funnily enough, of ZSS. And still was able to make it back. Wow, great dunk right there. CodeX starting to come alive here, but right as I say that, unfortunately gets the plug pulled right on that first stock, and we got ourselves even stocks here once more. But yeah, that's just the double-edged sword of ZSS, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gets these phenomenal combos, but if she whips anything, depending on the stage layout, the opponent's going to be able to punish in a big way.
We saw that at the very beginning of the last round too. CodeX recognized, oh, you're going off stage, I'm going to try and hit you with downer. It missed though. That time, knowing Exodia was looking for the low recovery and capitalized big. However, still, capitalization has been in the name of the game of Exodia majority of the time, just keeping CodeX in a spot where he has a hard time touching the ground just because of the nature of Robin having that issue getting back down safely. Oh, the immediate B reversal though, using the wave bounce to get back on with the arc fire actually led to their own ledge trap here.
Yeah, kind of turning the tables a little bit, man. I like that. Yes, just hold it just a little bit longer, and unfortunately was not able to hold on to that stock any longer. CodeX on the final stock right here. Exodia still looking damn good, but CodeX trying to pull a trick out from up underneath them sleeves there. I love that attempt just to send a little bit of a message like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You still got the lead, but I got a little something too, man, if you don't play safe. So I like that, kind of retreating back into the corners, resetting the neutral. CodeX right now still trying to hold on and milk this final stock for everything that is worth. I mean, and if there's ever a character to do it, especially this evening, it is certainly Robin, whether they have the lead or hell, even if they don't have the lead, they're not really going to switch the game plan up too often. They're going to say, hey, I'm in the deficit, I'm not doing so well, but I don't get any sort of merit, any sort of award for playing aggressively versus ZSS. I got to stick to the plan.
Yeah, and I'm really liking the fact we're seeing CodeX use a lot more of those single shot thunders as a quick check just to make sure that you keep them stuck. Already looking like we're seeing a stock condition. Oh, never mind, accidentally throwing it away, not going the correct direction. But giving up that arc thunder that could have been possibly a Thoron arc fire at ledge or maybe a jump check, but we're seeing a lot more of these single hit thunders. Spot dodge red though with that down smash, and that's actually going to do it. And Exodia takes a 2 stock here in the second game.
Yeah, CodeX right here, I mean, really struggling up close and personal, which I completely understand. A character as nimble and as quick as ZSS, is very tough. And then there's those small windows where you actually find an opening and you spot dodge, down smash, boom, rinse and repeat the damage. So this is a tough one, man. You're really going to have to dig deep in this matchup here. ZSS, of course, blessed with a lot of great tools, and she can also disengage whenever she needs to. Some characters have to stay right up and close and personal on Robin, which, it could be an issue depending on the caliber of player. But Exodia, in this case, put on some quick damage, disengage, move around again, try to find that opening, rinse and repeat. CodeX, unfortunately, struggling right here with this type of mentality. But we'll see, man, because as much as there is a Game 3 Exodia from what we've seen earlier, there was also a Game 3 CodeX. So let's see how they tap in here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if we could see a non-3-0 at this point, too. Everybody has just been cruising with 3-0 victories in every single set, and that was before, kind of a dominance factor of just the way that Sen and Larry Lur played. But we're seeing that here now with Exodia, too. CodeX, unfortunately, being stuck between a rock and a hard place. She's trying to find any way out of these bad matchups. Currently, you know what? All those empty jumps, all that pressure, scares the crap out of everybody, and it just puts you in a spot where you don't want to go challenge that ZSS.
Yeah, I mean, we can see it right there most notably. But what's funny is that both characters kind of pressure that type of way as well, too. I mean, obviously, we're not quite seeing like the empty jumps or anything crazy like that from a Robin, really. I mean, sometimes you might see like a tomahawk into something, but for the most part, sometimes just them charging in your face is enough for you to kind of pick a poor option. Good Lord, speaking of options being covered, Exodia, I mean, trying to catch CodeX on the way back to ledge right there, a down special. I mean, just again, everywhere where CodeX does not need him to be, and then some. There's the up special out of shield. Doesn't get anything, but still looking for a lot, no.
Oh, there it is, though. Gonna get just cover that immediately with the forward smash. Don't try to go for the boost kick just in case you accidentally whiff on the way over. And now CodeX with another pretty decent lead here in terms of 71%. You're gonna be looking for an arc fire into up smash. So what do you do as Exodia? You stay airborne, you stay away from that, and just enough out of range to avoid it. He's even the backer at this point will probably take it near the ledge, but the way that he's keeping him there does finally get another reversal. Well, CodeX had to work really hard from the ledge to get that.
No doubt about that, man. We're just seeing CodeX right now take the ability to jump away from Exodia. Do not touch these platforms. Don't even think about jumping anywhere around me. I mean, as you can see right there, using back air as they're on that platform, just kind of sending that message like, yo, if you decide to jump any type of way off of here, even if this doesn't KO, I know that I'm going to benefit more off of a trade than you are, depending on which sword I got. So you're really going to have to check your neutral, man, in a lot of these cases here. Another down smash at the ledge, doesn't get anything off of it, but even as it misses, Exodia is still with the coverage. I mean, and that's just a testament to how poor the footwork is of Robin.
Oh, all right, this could be a good reversal. Tried to go for the back here to switch things up. Wouldn't have killed, but it gave him good position. I like using the thunder there, and that time, you did it 3 times. The third time, it's no longer a mix-up. You caught me with it on that stock. You tried to do it again a second ago, so Exodia was actually keen to at that point and not going to get mixed up. Does take a little bit of a punish here, but it is looking very much in terms of Exodia figuring out this matchup pretty heavily, as we see another Rising Arcfire that did not hit that time.
Yeah, I mean, just again, great coverage that CodeX has given themselves, but you know, again, it's going to take a little bit more than the coverage, because as it stands right now, the Arcfire is just missing its spot, and again, ZSS just has great footwork. She can get in between you and most of your projectiles very quickly if you're a little early or a little late on the draw. So, going to have to figure something out and quick, kind of keeping this game a little bit grounded here. Again, just using the gentleman jab just to keep her off stage. Such a strong option at the ledge, a very underutilized option, at least in terms of how this matchup is going here.
Oh, you know
what the hell?
Tried to drop the Mars on him real quick, but it doesn't matter though, because you cover the roll in immediately out of fresh stock with Angel Platform Invincibility. There's nothing that Codex can do in that spot other than hold shield and try to chill. As you can see, the slow controller put down there. Definitely not feeling too hot after that one, but not out of the tournament by any means. Unfortunately, that does mean for Codex that they are going to be the last seed of their pool, but it's, you know, Exodia the one who is able